Guy's profile says 23. We have been dating for 6 weeks. Found out when we got carded he's 35. He says he feels younger and identifies as 23 and people make too big a deal out of age anyway. Please don't be naive. Move on. Oh yeah, I'm 12 years older than what I said. What else can he lie about? Wife and kids at home. Might as well say a dog also. But I don't even feel like I'm married. I identify as single. Yeah, no. Marriage is just a piece of paper anyway /view 200D. Identify as his ex-girlfriend now. This is the answer. Block and run away. Listen to this advice. Lies are like roaches. There's never just one. I'm married. But I identify as a fuckboy. Identifies as 23. Like what in the actual fuck? You better run, girl. This made me laugh so loud. What the fuck? You can't identify as younger than you are. That's not how anything works, guys. A walking red flag. Had something similar happen to me. Then later he revealed he had been married. Then later he revealed he was still married. Then later he revealed his wife ran away from him and claimed he had abused her, which he said was a lie. That was it. But I should been walked away as soon as I heard he lied the first time. Same. I'm surprised just how common this seems to be. A guy I was talking said he was 28 in his profile. I was 25. Then he told me he was actually 34. Later that day he told me he was actually 39 and that the pictures on his profile were from when he was in his late 20s. He then sent me a recent picture in which he looked older than my parents and I was pretty sure he was wearing a wedding ring. I sent a very polite rejection and blocked him before it could get worse. Absolutely leave. Women will set age ranges so that they don't see older men. He says young so he can bypass those restrictions and get matches with those younger women. It's creepy, deceitful, and super disrespectful to women's boundaries. This so much. He intentionally is fishing for women young enough to be naive to his bullshit. He willfully lied to you up and disrespected your boundaries and minimized your reaction to it, justifying it by saying the rest of the relationship is otherwise toads great and peachy. Seems like denial and a trauma response to try to salvage something your rational self and intuition absolutely know is extremely sus and not cool. A 12-year lie is just a little sus. The age, not a deal breaker. The lie, absolutely. I hate this lie. A guy did this to me once and I tried to get past it, but I just couldn't get sexual or vulnerable with him after feeling tricked. I really wouldn't have cared about his age. This is really the message I think more men need to hear and internalize. Being deceptive to get past the gate does not do them any favors. In fact, it will most likely sabotage a relationship they may have really wanted. Run like your hair is on fire. If he's lying about his age, he's probably lying about other stuff as well. 100% age is such a simple thing to not lie about. You should leave right now. This is a red flag. If he really believed that people make too big a deal out of it, then he shouldn't have a problem with saying his real age. Gives off manipulative or trying to gain control vibes, like major trust issue vibes. Even if he identifies as 23 doesn't change the fact that he was born in 1988. Not 1, not 2, not 5 but 12 years. Does he even look 23? This is what I'm wondering. Like, I can say I'm 23, but you'd have to be blind to believe that. Maybe Op has some sight issues. Op's too young to know what a 35 years old looks like. He lies about his age so he can hook up with younger women, knowing that nobody his age would put up with this shit. I feel a lot younger than I am, but it doesn't mean I'm out looking for guys 20 years younger than I am. Identifies as 23. IF can't. Lying about age is a big red flag, especially by that many years. Move on, C's. No way you're asking if this is a deal breaker. He lied to you and said something as stupid as identifying as a younger age. Like what? On what world could you be okay with this? Why is your self-respect so low you're seriously considering staying with this guy? What do you mean everything else is amazing? He lied to you from day one. Everything about this relationship is fake. Get up. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm younger than you, and I get it. But if there's anything I've learned from dating, is when you see an unjustifiable red flag or honestly a red flag in general, you garner up your self-respect and leave. Your peace shouldn't cost so little. Plenty of people have yellow flags and orange flags that are workable. Red flags are red for a reason. He sounds like a creep preying on younger women. 35 is not that old, but to lie, so you can date a 24-year-old is creepy as F. Mine and my friend's experiences here may be anecdotal, but for me, it's weird that he would even think he'd need to bother. On dating apps, if you're relatively fit and your profile is somewhat put together, it seems like matches always tend to be mostly composed of whatever your lower end on age range is. If I want a chance to see anyone my age, I have to set the minimum age pretty high. Same. I set mine to 39 and am in my 20s. So it's just weird all around he would do that. Girl. Run. I've been there. When I was 21 I met a guy who told me he's 28. Through his friends, I found out he was actually 34. He tried to convince me he feels young. Age is just a number. We put too much importance on these things. It really doesn't matter when two people like each other. Society has convinced us we shouldn't date with age gaps etc etc. Anyway, we broke up, and he went on to date a 17-year-old who he lied to again. I told her how old he really is. Her parents and the police got involved at that point, but I don't know what came of it. Yikes. It would be for me. He probably put 23 down for his age, so he could match with younger women. I identify as a millionaire. Poof. That must make it true. Girl. Run. It's not his only lie. 24 is too old to act this navigeral. You know exactly who this man is and what he's capable of. Quit lying to yourself and run as fast and as far away from this guy as possible. That is so creepy. This is not the situation. To give the benefit of the doubt, he's looking for a younger person to manipulate. That's why he lied about his age. I identify as non-married and childless, even though I'm legally considered married with 4 kids. Apostrophe. He identifies as a 23-year-old. I identify as a MILF. 31, no kids. Once you have a kid, you could be one for real. Lol. That's something that can happen. Whereas he isn't getting younger.